Right, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Crypto, Coffee and LoFi. Just another quick episode here. So, like I've been explaining over the last few episodes, we are in a ranging environment, so when we do sweep range highs and start to distribute, the most obvious thing that we're going to do next is then fall back inside of the range, okay? Now, whether we hit the range lows or whether we kind of move back into the mid-range and then reaccumulate is something that I'm trying not to predict. I would rather react to price once we reach there. So it's important to mark these levels out and just kind of wait for the reaction at these levels rather than trying to predict if price is going to react there. So what we did is we marked out the range highs, marked out all of these highs here, and then once we saw distribution on the lower time frames, then we were able to take action. In the last episode, I was in a short around these levels, but I did get stopped out. However, I made all of that back and took 3 or 4 shorts on the way down on Bitcoin and ETH. Over the last 2 or 3 days, we're up almost 30R with only 2 losses. So it's one of my most impressive weeks this year. So I'm really happy with that. Going forward though, so we've taken out the range highs. We've distributed here. So now we're reaching into a bullish level, being a bullish broken base. If you're new here, if this is your first episode, I'm essentially just using the same pattern to kind of identify if we are accumulating, distributing, or ranging in a market. So the pattern being just a head and shoulders. There are nuances to this, obviously. If you're interested, the strategy link is in the description. But like I said, we're reaching into a bullish level. So here we have a sweep of equal lows and we broke above the main high that was responsible for taking those lows. Now that we've broken above that level, we can start to look for accumulation here. Once we do start to accumulate, we can then look for range highs that need to be swept. Now we have just taken a key high, so that's important to note. Okay, so the context here is we've taken the key high, we've distributed. So here we have an obvious bearish broken base, consolidation, breaking below that was responsible for taking the high, redistributing here, and redistributing here. So although if we do form a broken base, I will take the entry. It's just important to keep in mind that this is some strong distribution here. So it may not mean that we head up into this high or up into this level here. So what would a bullish reaction look like? So we have a sweep right there. We would need to break up above that high. If we do break up above that high, I would look for a return on the lower time frames, let's say the 3-minute time frame, where I would then look for the same pattern to form again. Okay. Something like that, and then we can target these equal highs here, and then if we do continue up and continue to accumulate, then we can target our higher time frame high. But yeah, it's important to note, I don't think it's a good idea to try to pick up on any higher time frame positions here or try to predict any higher time frame trend. I think the most likely scenario is that we continue to range, we continue to just sit in this area. Now, we might see a reaction here. If we don't see a reaction here, if we continue to distribute, so let's say we fall, we move up into the previous bearish broken base. So let's say we move up into this zone here or this zone here and form another broken base, then it just becomes less likely that that any of these bullish areas are going to see a bullish reaction. If we do continue to distribute, the most likely scenario is that we fall and break below this low and then test these levels here. So I've went over this in one of the previous episodes. But we do have a bullish broken base here that we still need to test. So yeah, I'm just trying not to take any stupid trades at the moment. I'm on a bit of a heater, so I think it's important just to take my time, take the good setups, keep in mind that we are ranging. I'm not looking for any higher time frame trades yet. No worries, guys. Well, that's the episode today. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, leave some feedback below. Pick up the strategy if this interests you. The link is in the description. Easy. Have a good one.